Welcome to Press Any Button. I'm Eric.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Shelby.
And today...
No, don't steal my thunder. And today we're talking about Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a real-time social simulation game developed and published by Nintendo for the Switch. You control a character who moves to a deserted island after purchasing a getaway package from Tom Nook, playing the game in a non-linear fashion, and developing the island as you choose. You can gather and craft items, customize the island, and develop it into a community of anthropomorphic animals. That sound good?
Sounds exactly like what the game is.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear the history. You got a good history for us, Nikki?
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm so excited because I love this game and I've never played any of the Animal Crossing games before. So this is like all I know.
Yeah, this is my first one as well. Shelby, have you played an Animal Crossing game before?
I've maybe played one or two or four.
Or like all of them pretty much.
I think there was one I ended up not playing out of all of them, and it was only because I didn't own the system.
Okay.
Dang it, money, just not being able to own all the consoles ever made.
Are you trying to say you don't have unlimited resources like we do?
Man, adulting.
And that's why we have Shelby here. So you're going to be our resident Animal Crossing expert for the evening, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just start with the history of Animal Crossing New Horizons, which actually began way back in 2012, which is when it began its development. So according to game director Aya Kyogu, and I apologize if I butcher that name. Also, side note, I love that there's a woman game director for this game, which is super awesome. But yeah, she said they actually started working on Animal Crossing New Horizons shortly after the release of New Leaf in Japan. So like some of these concepts for the games were formed before the Switch even existed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that means that they're working on a new Animal Crossing game starting like right now.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, it's one of their most successful games. So Did you play New Leaf, Shelby?
I did not play New Leaf, actually, as I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, well, apparently I did not. But yeah, so there were two that I did not play.
Oh, dang it.
What did New Leaf come out for?
It came out for the 3DS.
Okay, yeah.
So, anyways, I thought it was cool that, so they started in 2012. It was actually first announced September 13, 2018. So they were working on it all these years secretly. Which is not like a surprise. Video games do that all the time. But anyway, so New Horizons was first announced September 13, 2018 during a Nintendo Direct with a 2019 release date. However, during the E3 event in 2019, it was announced that the game would be delayed until March 2020, which is when it actually came out. So something interesting is they wanted to delay it because they wanted a quality game to come out and they didn't want to sacrifice the homework balance of their employees. So it was important for them not to just overwork their employees just to push this game out on time, So I respect that.
Happy employees, happy game.
Exactly. Exactly. And then when people are rushing and they're not getting proper sleep, you're just going to have more probably issues overall. Yeah.
Well, the video game as a whole, I feel like it's kind of been under fire for that lately, just overworking their employees.
Yeah.
So maybe they're getting a little bit more self-conscious about it.
Yeah, I hope so. Because all these gaming companies are getting like a bad rep recently. And yeah, I just don't want that to happen anymore because these are
They're working
companies
hard,
making
man.
games that I like.
You gotta go to school for this stuff. Like, I don't know how to do this. Mad respect. It's like skateboarders. I have mad respect. I tried skateboarding. It doesn't work out for me. I've tried building a game. It doesn't work for me.
I feel that way
Mad
about
respect.
any athlete because, like, oh gosh, I suck. But,
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah, video game developers are the skateboarders of the athlete of the game development of the technology world. Yeah,
I'm glad you guys are on the same page.
I think that metaphor works.
It does. It does.
All right. So, according to the producers, the success of Animal Crossing is mainly due to the fact that they have a really good balance of making it new enough to appeal to newcomers, yet, you know, keeping the core concepts for returning players. So, people can pick it up if they're new, or if they've played it before, they're not going to feel like they're playing the exact same thing.
So what are the
totally
core?
agree with that.
What are the core concepts that they're transferring over? Like gathering stuff and
Making your house, you know, the trees that grow, the flowers that grow, the shells, the fish, you know, they'll sit there and add new fish.
So, like
you
the
know.
basic tasks that you're doing.
Yeah, basic everyday tasks.
Gotcha. Kyogo stated that they selected the deserted island as the game's setting to differentiate it from the previous Animal Crossing games, which are set in already established villages, and to allow greater freedom to customize your world. Additionally, the deserted island took away establishment perimeters in the series to allow for different ideas and player interactions. So I guess so in the other games that you've played, when you start the game, you're just already in a village that exists. So there's
Yeah.
already buildings and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah, the
there.
most you're changing is like the way your face look. Like in the beginning, I can't remember who was like, you're on a bus and they're like, hey, where are you headed off to? And you're like, to a new place to live. So, and then from there, he asks you questions like, when were you born, in the summertime, fall? And then from there, it'll get your face made of how your face looks.
Yeah. I think that's a cool idea of, yeah, like, let's let people design their whole freaking island, you know, from scratch, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've never been able to customize an island.
Yeah, there'll never be, like, 2 islands that are the same. Like, that would pretty much be impossible.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was cool. This is also the first game to be able to include other concepts, such as using the internet and having multiplayer mode implemented, unlike the previous games, just because the hardware is so much more advanced. Yeah, it's really cool that you can go and visit other people's islands, and you can all gather on one island. You can have a party. Like for New Year's this year, we all like came to my island, and we like everyone was just running around like doing crazy stuff.
I think it was like the second time I had turned on my brand new Switch after my
Yeah.
old Switch broke, and I'm just like, oh, yay, I'm invited to a new island. Yay, let's go. And then I saw Nicky's island, and I'm like, and I've got nothing on mine but weeds.
Yeah.
that's funny.
We'll have to tell the listeners your story after I get done with the history because, oh, your story. But anyways, so obviously the game's release unfortunately overlapped with kind of when the pandemic really hit everywhere pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, due to everyone quarantining and all this stuff, the game developers really did hope that this could be like an escape for fans at the time, which I think it did, right? I mean, Shelby, you played it during the pandemic.
I swear we had turned it on right when we were stuck at home for 2 weeks. Like they told us not to go anywhere. And that's right whenever I downloaded it. And I was just trying to find all of my friends to be like, oh my God, look what we can do. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
like,
God,
I remember-
we can't see each other, but we can hit each other with nets. Yay.
Yeah, I
You know?
remember when this game came out. Yeah, it was like right when everyone was just shut down in their house. And like, I don't know why I didn't jump on the bandwagon back then, but I remember seeing like pretty much all my friends posting their friend codes,
Yep.
trying to get everyone to come visit their
Yep.
island and all this stuff. And like, I'm always like late to the party, but I just started playing maybe like 3 months ago or something like
Yeah,
that.
that sounds right.
So, I mean, it's still a good game because, you know, we're still in a pandemic now. So, like, I haven't really even been going that many places. But, yeah, I think it definitely just came out at the perfect time for when, like, everyone kind of needed something to do. And also, you know, it gives you the ability to make that connection there, a social connection with people, even though you're not physically in the same place. You know, visiting someone else's island, it feels like you're visiting like their home or something.
What's in their mind, you know? Like, they just spit it out all on an island and let me check it out.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love, is just seeing everyone's different takes, you know, on how they do it. Yeah. So after the first 6 weeks of the game being released, it sold about 13.4 million copies.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it later became, or I guess it is now, the best and highest selling game of the series so far, and the 16th best selling video game of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
Yeah. I think that the timing definitely helped with that. And plus just like the buzz, the word of mouth, like when you see all your friends playing a game, you want to get in on that game, you know, especially in a time when you can't go see people like in person.
Yeah.
So
I definitely, in the beginning, I was like, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. And then I was like, I started to see all my friends on Facebook being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe
Who was it that you saw and you're like, okay, if this person hasn't, I got to get it.
I think it was my boss. And my boss is my work wife, backstory.
Yeah.
And then after that, we would just sit there and just talk about it all day at work. And then as soon as we leave, we'll be like, okay, we'll text each other and then we'll go to each other's island and let's catch some fish. Let's do it. Or, yay, they're shooting stars. So.
Yeah, it really did. It brought a lot of people together. A lot of people that I don't think play other video games were playing this game.
There's no strategy. You know, there's not much strategy to it.
What? I got a whole list of
We're going to
strategies.
talk about that.
Well, you know,
but it's not
A
hard.
3-year-old can run around on this island with
Yeah.
nothing to do and still have fun.
I get what you're saying. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So after the game, you know, after it got released and everything, they've obviously consistently had updates, not only to just fix bugs, but to add new content like Bunny Day, the ability to dive and catch sea creatures.
I thought you were going to say the ability to die.
No. Or like
love.
Or the newest one with Brewster's Cafe.
Yes.
And I tried to count all of the all the updates, and it was like 30 something over like the whole time. But yeah, so and then here we are.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so are you guys ready for some fun facts?
Yeah, let's do facts. I love facts.
Yay! Me too. So you know
How many fun facts do you have?
I have 4 fun facts.
Okay, 4.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Not too bad. I mean, I could have had a lot more, but I picked 4. So you guys know how I told you that Nintendo had to push back the release date, right? Well, apparently, on the day they announced that, Nintendo stock fell 3.5%. I guess the stockholders were not happy about the game being pushed back.
People not doing
and is 3.5% a lot, Eric? I don't really do stock market that much.
For a company worth billions of dollars, it probably is.
Good point.
It's definitely not good.
Yeah, good point. Good point. All right, fun fact number 2. And you guys may already know this, but anytime I can do like a toilet joke or something, you know, we got to put that in there.
Oh, totes.
So using a toilet actually does something in this game. If you've eaten a bunch of fruit, so that you could be strong and move your like trees around and all this stuff, but you decide, you know, that you're done with that and you want to like not be strong anymore. If you go sit on the toilet and then get up, your like fruit meter goes down.
Your fruit meter?
Your fruit meter goes down, or your food meter, whatever.
Is that the technical term?
That's what I call it, even though I guess you can't technically eat fish and like other things.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that you actually like lose your nutritional like
Value.
yeah. And this is
kinda
the
cute.
first game that where the toilet actually did something in the game.
Other than just flush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Fun fact number 3. New Horizons is the first game to feature an extinct species as special characters, with Orville and Wilbur being dodo birds.
Oh,
There we go.
dodos are extinct, I guess.
Eric, where have you been? We've been extinct pretty much our entire life.
Yeah.
Are you sure? 100%?
I think so. Unless there's one out there that no one knows about. Which, that does happen sometimes. They'll say something's extinct. And then someone will, like, find one of that bird or something. So.
Yeah, maybe I just
But I'm
choose
pretty
to
sure
believe that
dodos
there's...
are extinct.
I just choose to believe that they still exist out there.
There's one in somebody's basement right
Yeah.
now.
And fun fact number 4. Besides their designs, villagers can have one of 8 personalities. These personalities are snooty, jock, lazy, smug, peppy, cranky, normal, or sisterly. Okay. These personalities are gender-based too, with boy villagers being smug, jock, cranky, and lazy personality types, and girls being peppy, normal, snooty, and sisterly, which is kind of sexist, by the way. But anyways, the fun fact is that, like, say you have every personality but jock, you will get jock campers, like, all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much whatever personality you don't have on your island already is, like, what the campers will be.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Just love normal personality. It's like, let's just make a villager that's completely uninteresting.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What even is normal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Define normal. But anyways, there's all my fun facts.
Yay.
Cool. Yeah. Good fun facts.
All right. So I think before we go into the pros and cons real quick, Shelby, can you share your story?
About my old Switch.
Yes, R.I.P. Shelby's old Switch
My
and her
first
old
edition.
island.
My first one. Yeah, I'm on my second Switch now, unfortunately. It was just something random that happened one day. I don't think I played it for about a week, and then I started to notice my charger wasn't working. So I bought a new charger from a reputable, Amazon.com, check the reviews as I always do. And it just would not charge. And my husband took it to work with him, and he continued to have other people try their Switch chargers. None of them worked. And so then my husband and I decided, time to get us a new Switch for Christmas.
So you had basically built up, though, you played through the majority of the game and you had built your island up like pretty far.
I want to say about 6 months worth of an island,
man.
Yeah.
about 6 months worth.
And
That's
like,
a real tragedy.
Yeah, and all of our friends, I know you got KK to your island really fast.
Within the first week.
So I would have, the first week.
It's not that hard.
It took me like a month to get KK.
It's not that hard if you work
So
at it.
I bet your island was like pretty built up.
Basically,
like you
what yours looks like now, it was what mine was.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And then your Switch broke, and then for some reason you couldn't get back onto the island that you already made.
Yeah, whenever I got the new Switch, there was something with a memory card issue or something that we had no idea our Switch even had a memory card in the first place. And yeah, our first one had one, and we tried to move stuff over and it wouldn't work. So we were like, I guess this new white Switch is going to have the one Animal Crossing game on it.
So you had to
man.
basically, well, not basically, you had to start all the way over.
Yeah, I did
from
have
the
to start
beginning.
over, which, for people that are tenured with their Animal Crossing, it's not that big of a deal. It's almost kind of like if you have a Sims game and every now and again, you start a new house.
Yeah.
So it broke my heart, but I was like, it's bittersweet. It's fine.
It gave you a chance to fix all the things you wish you would have done different the first time.
And I didn't have the new content either. So that was a cool addition. Like they didn't have the gloids or gyroids, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
That's a up for debate.
Gyroid 100%.
Because they
There's no
gyrate.
debate.
I think, yeah, the gyrating. Yeah, I totally get that. To each their own. Some people say quinoa, some people say quinoa. It's fine.
Quinoa. I've never heard that
Yes,
one.
I know. Yes, I know.
I did have someone at Mellow Mushroom once try to order a pizza with jalapenos on it. That's like probably my favorite.
My favorite pizza topping, though, jalapenos.
Oh, they're so good.
Jalapenos.
All right, so let's get into what we like about Animal Crossing. Like, besides everything.
Yeah.
Shelby, would you like to go first?
Yeah, let's see. One of my favorite things to do, growing flowers, growing different color flowers. Super, super fun to sit there and start out with your basic 3 colors. And then from there you get orange, blue, gold, black, all the different purple,
Yeah. It took me a while to even realize, like, you could, what is it called? Propagate them
propagating.
or whatever, and get the different colors. I just thought it was random.
Yeah.
But then I guess, like, so if you do it like checkerboard, I guess,
Yeah.
that's supposed to help you get, like, whatever, I guess the 2 colors
Perfect.
would
You
be.
got it.
Right.
You got it.
Although sometimes it doesn't make sense because, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, a random color comes out of
Yeah,
2
red and
things
blue
that
should
would
make
not
purple,
make that
but
color.
for some reason it makes a yellow flower or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Eric likes to make fun of my island because he says I have too many flowers.
You have so many flowers.
Hey, at least I didn't do the beautification ordinance, okay? Have you
Yeah.
read about what
that's
happens?
that's the one I have, and I don't, because I have weeds, and she's like, I guess the villagers will pull up weeds for you, and they haven't done that on my top cliffs right now. I'm like, why do I keep seeing weeds? I know, right? I'm like, time for some island evals.
Come on, it's an ordinance, people.
Time to
Pull my
discuss
weeds.
time to discuss the resident.
One thing I like about this game is it never ends.
Nope.
You can play it pretty much as long as you want.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, I guess the main objectives you kind of can accomplish those, but then after that you kind of just set your own goals, I think.
Yeah,
you will never stop owing Nook.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
always in debt.
the technical end of the game, I think, is when you get KK to play your island, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when you like get the
The
credits.
credits will roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's so much content beyond that.
Yeah,
you
because
know.
after that, you want to build your house up.
the
You
museum.
want to get you want to have enough bridges and inclines and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
there's always something else to
Yeah.
buy.
I love to build up the museum. That's my jam. The
Yeah.
butterfly room is like
Me
my
too.
all-time favorite room. I will sit there sometimes and just sit there for like 5 minutes
Yeah.
and just look at the butterflies.
I like to go in the aquarium and just like click in on the stingray.
Yeah.
And just watch the stingray like swim through the water. They made all the animals look so beautiful.
They did a really good job. The oarfish, like I never even knew the oarfish was real. And
Me
then
either.
and then somehow on Facebook, like it randomly popped up on my feed where like a dude had caught one, and
Yeah.
it was like 15 feet long.
I will go in there, and when I catch a new animal and I'm like, that looks weird, I'll go Google it and see if it's true and find like the real picture of the animal. And they do such a good job of making it look like the animal.
Yeah.
Like the oarfish looks like what the oarfish
It literally
is.
looks like him, yeah.
What's
That's really
something you
cool.
like, Eric?
Oh, so many things. I do like a lot about this game, though. I like the fact that there's a ton of customization in the game, from how your character looks, the character emotes, the island's layout, to the island's layout, the flora, to the other island inhabitants. You can really
Your furniture.
what you decorating your island with, the props and items and stuff. Yeah, there's really so much you can put into this island to make it different from all the other islands. And and to really get your personality kind of at the forefront.
Yeah. Like you eventually even get to do construction on your island, so you can make new like water, like riverways or like ponds and stuff, and then
New cliffs and waterfalls.
and once
stuff.
you get into that, I feel like you're really like your island's a really unique thing because like you don't even have the same like property layout as like someone else,
Yeah, and even like the design tool where you can like make your own custom patterns and then like have that be like a sidewalk, and you can really do just a ton of
Yeah,
stuff.
I've seen like some really cool ones. Well, they'll make like I don't know, it'll look like roads and like with stoplights and everything. And I'm like, man, that's advanced. I need to learn how to do that kind of stuff.
I've seen one on one of my Facebook groups that I'm a part of. That's another whole aspect of it, is the Animal Crossing groups that you can find and have people send you designs and go to their islands. But somebody actually made a cliff that literally was a picture of Danny DeVito. That's probably been my favorite one that I've seen.
That's awesome.
Made it with a dirt path and everything. Like, it was like, you could only really see it really good, you know, obviously with an aerial view, or you know, you're going
like
over there in the airport.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, somebody actually did that. I wonder how long it took them.
It's really neat.
Oh my gosh, I bet that took so much time too.
I also really love it when Blathers tells me I can keep the fossils.
Oh,
That's like one of those like soothing moments of like, oh, yay, that means my stuff is starting to get full. Like,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I swear I've only got like 4 fossils left to find.
I only have one. It's like one of the dinosaur skulls, and it's like, where is this thing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
You
bring
just gotta
him like
wait.
10 fossils a day, and it's like, nope.
Send me which one you're looking for, and I'll sit there and keep my eye out for it. If I get it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
That's
it's like-
another beautiful thing you can do. If you need a fossil, guess what? We can send it to
Oh,
each
we
other.
can?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
can.
should let me know what you need.
Yeah, you can do the postcard thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Postcards.
With postcards, you can totally send your friends gifts, which is really fun because I used to always send the twins, which is a friend of ours, or friends of ours.
Yeah.
I would send them clay.
Nice. So pointless.
Pointless. funny little joke.
It
pretty
is,
funny.
but isn't it so exciting? Like, I get so pumped when I get a new animal or something, and I'm
Yes.
like, yes, I can go take it to the museum. I'm like, one step closer.
Yes.
I'm
Complete
still
collection.
missing, like, I think there's like a bunch of fish and stuff because I haven't even been playing a whole year, so
Yeah.
there's like seasons that I don't have yet.
Yeah.
So like, I still have a bunch of animals that I need to catch.
Yeah,
but-
I missed out on the playing on my birthday because my birthday is in February, and then we got Animal Crossing like 2020 of like April.
But your
you know?
birthday is in like a few weeks though, so you can do it this year.
Boop, boop, boop. So definitely not going to miss out on that. Could I have done the time jumping thing? Sure, but I personally don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
one
feel
of those
like-
people.
I feel like I would just mess the Switch up if I tried to do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm always afraid of.
And then
like,
it would never be on the right date.
Yes.
It will like recognize the fact and be like, we're really disappointed in you.
Yeah, this gopher comes out and his name is Resetti, you know, reset E. Kind of little play on words.
Oh,
And he'll
yeah.
get mad at you for doing it, but he won't sit there and do anything. But
Is he
you
like
can
a
just,
mole? Does he
Yeah,
look like
yeah,
a
he's
mole?
like a little mole
I
or
think he was
gopher
in the
or something.
cafe. I think I met him in the cafe the other
Yeah,
like,
I think
don't
you
know,
can get a
day.
model of him at the Nook or at the little
I bought
Nook
it,
Miles
yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's him. That's Resetti.
Cool. I think, yeah, I recognized him from some of the memes that I saw from like the older Animal Crossing games. But since I didn't play, like I didn't
Yeah,
know who he was. But yeah, he was in like Brewster's Cafe the other day.
I'm too afraid to do it, which obviously all my friends can do it and they have no problems. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
just don't. I'm not that person.
I like that we kind of talked about this earlier, but like that you can visit each other's island and like what we did for New Year's Eve and stuff. And like we're just all on my island watching the New Year's Eve fireworks, like separate but together.
Yeah, that was
You
really
know?
cool. Yeah, hitting each other with a net or two, you know.
Yeah, we
it's fine.
couldn't,
Yeah.
we
It's
couldn't
fine.
physically hang out, so that was like the next best thing.
Yeah,
It's
we
like-
did a virtual online thing, so we sat there and webcammed and played Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually had a little fireworks show and
Yeah,
stuff. Which
there
was
we
pretty
go.
neat.
Nobody got any fingers blown off. It was great.
The future of celebrating New Year's. I don't know if that's sad or cool.
No dogs got scared, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
No cats got
That is a pretty
scared.
good point.
Yeah. Let's see, catching stars. I had that written down too for things I like. I love the nights that you can
Oh,
catch stars. I love
yeah.
doing that with friends because also all the stars that you catch the next day will be on, you know, if you caught 7 stars, you'll get 7 stars on your island.
Yeah.
Even if you caught them on mine. So
It's so pretty too. They do such a good job making the sky look really gorgeous.
I've seen some villages where they've made little cliff sides where it's like their viewing area, like when shooting stars happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's where they go
Nice.
stand.
There's definitely better spots on your island.
I go to the
There's-
dock.
Yeah.
The dock's my jam.
Yeah, the dock or if you go up to like your highest level.
Yeah, one of the corners.
Yeah. Eric, what you got?
The character designs are really good. Each NPC feels like a unique character. I guess, you have all those traits, including normal characters.
They're so cute too.
Well, there's some ugly ones though.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some like
true.
creepy looking ones, but they're usually cute.
This probably means that you'll end up liking some more than others. Do you guys have favorite characters?
Maybe.
Yeah, I have a few.
I kind of like Meowth. No wait, that's Pokemon. Never
Wrong
mind.
game. I like Zell. He's like this hipster, like goat, Billy Goat type character.
Yeah.
And he's got like a piano in his room and stuff, and he's always like reading books. And I don't know. I think he looks cool, and he's like, I don't know. I just like his personality. He's chill.
Lucky the dog is one of my favorites. I think I've always gotten him on one of my games. Always. He's a little wrapped up mummy dog. So it looks like, and I love his name is Lucky because obviously you can see he's probably not so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so cute. I just love him. And all you see, he's got his whole head wrapped up and you see one yellow eye.
Yeah.
He's just so cute. But yeah.
Oh,
He's my
yeah.
dude. Yeah, he's my dude.
Yeah.
Kyle's one of a lot of people's favorites. He's a wolf, but
Yeah.
he's got a leather jacket, so he kind of looks cool. He definitely looks like a Kyle, like the full definition of Kyle, and that's what this wolf
I know.
is.
I feel like I need to like try to switch my villagers out a little bit more because like there's so many that I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, you could do the Ambio thing too and buy them, but I'm like, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
I'm old
into
school.
that
I just
yet.
want to get surprised.
Yeah.
I like the surprise.
Who's your favorite, Eric?
I kind of like
Boone.
Soleil, I think her name is.
Yeah, she's cool. She's got like the Asian inspired house with like the hot tub, right?
Yeah.
And like the red bed and all that. Yeah, she's cute. She's so tiny. Some of them are so teeny tiny, and then when they put on your like when you give them a piece of clothing, and you know what it looks like on you.
Yeah.
But then they put it on their little teeny tiny body, and it's all like stretched out or whatever. It's
I
like
felt
it's so cute.
Whenever I gave Bunny the toboggan, the little beanie the other day, because then I was just like, oh no, her ears went away, but it's still cute.
I actually have on here all the clothing options. Like, okay, I'm sure you can relate, Shelby, but I still do, if I could, have wanted a closet like Cher's from Clueless.
Yes.
And I feel like in this game, you kind of have that because it's like all separated by the type of clothing. And like, I usually change my outfit every single day.
Did you know you could change the back wall clothing?
What?
Like whenever you go into Able Sisters, there's like a back wall where it's got like 3 hats, like 3 shirts.
Yeah, and then there's like that
You can-
little self kiosk.
You can change
thing
that to your own designs, which is really cool. So if
Oh.
somebody were to come to your island and they really liked your pattern, they could
Oh.
take from there and literally buy it and take it home with them.
I have played around with that a little bit, but not all the way. Like I don't know all the features, and like also maybe you could help me. But what are the label sister? Wait, what are
The Able Sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the Able sisters' names that work in the shop?
You've got Mabel and Sable.
Mabel and Sable, and then you have Label,
Label,
as the
which
other
is a
sister.
traveling one.
Yeah.
It's actually a very sad story.
And which
y'all.
one is the one
Oh,
that's
it's-
sewing all the time?
That is Mabel.
Okay,
Mabel
I
is the
love
one.
her.
Yeah. Or no, it's Sable. My bad, y'all. Sable because she's red.
Okay,
That's how I was
Sable.
trying to remember. Sorry.
I love her. Like I always go talk to her every time I go in the
So
store.
if you keep talking to her, she'll tell you the story.
Oh,
The
what's-
very sad
Yeah.
story of her
What's the
family.
story?
Would you like to know
She
it? It's
has-
kind of a spoiler. I mean,
She has told me the story. I know it, but yeah, we can tell Eric because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
never gets to go to the store because he never plays during
It
store hours.
closes at 9. I never
So
start
you
playing
can
the game at
change
9.
that as an ordinance. You can have things.
I
closed
can't
later.
because I'm player 2 in this game. I have no control over the ordinances.
You're the
And-
assistant mayor.
And I actually already set the ordinance for the early bird ones
oh, that's well, that's just hateful.
because I always play
What?
in the morning.
Okay,
What?
so the story of the sisters. So the store was owned and run by their parents until a fatal sewing accident led to the business being handed over to Sable, who also had to take care of her younger sister Mabel. So basically, their parents died,
Aw.
and the one that sews all the time ended up taking care of the 2 other sisters. And while one decided to become the traveling fashionista, they sit there. The 2 sisters run the shop to help pay for their traveling sisters' adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So kind of a sad but sweet story still. But yeah, you keep talking to her, she will give you designs.
Yeah. So I need to I've been meaning to like Google it, but I don't know how to use the patterns that she gives me.
So the customized design. So whenever you go to the crafting little like workshop or the little like workshop thing, it'll say, do you want to build something or do you want to customize something?
Yes.
Go to the customize feature. And then from there, I'll have to look at the game. I'll show you once we're done.
Yeah.
Where exactly which buttons to hit. And apparently, I mean, there's pizza patterns and alien patterns that she'll give you. You know, all these cute little patterns. And I've been able to like
so you can like put that on your couch or something like that.
Yeah, if you're able to customize it, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I kind of thought that, but yeah, I need to. That's like one aspect of the game I need to probably like explore more
Yeah,
of.
definitely. So my new flag that you saw, I could put that as a design in my Able Sisters store, and you could pick that up and wear that as a dress if you wanted to.
Cool.
Since you liked it so much.
That would be cool. It was cool.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
So I'll say one thing I liked is that the game finds ways to keep things interesting. There always seems like there's a new visitor or event going on. Major holidays will even have a nice build up to them, like Christmas or Halloween. And, you know, you have the seasons changing throughout the year, and that would be reflected in the game and what animals you can catch and all that stuff. So it feels like there's plenty of stuff going on in any given day almost whenever you log in.
Yeah, it's cool that they do stuff for all the different holidays.
Yeah.
And they don't call it what we call it, but it's kind of close enough, you know?
They'll use like a generic
Bunny
name.
Day,
Turkey Day, Toy Day. Yeah, and they usually have like their own little like side quest mission. Like for Turkey Day, like the chef was there and you had to like bring him all these ingredients for each course and all this stuff.
Yeah, right now it's the snowmen. How many perfect snowmen have you made?
I'm not sure how. Is there a way to see how many?
None.
I don't think there's a way to see, but I think I've
some.
made since I had to restart the game. I don't want to say I remember, but I'm like I swear I've only made like 3 perfect ones.
Yeah,
that I can remember.
Well, I made some perfect ones, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm like whatever, and then I tried to make them as weird as possible.
Yeah,
and then I don't know. I'm just not. I don't care about making them perfect anymore. I made some, and it's like they gave me. I think they give you a recipe or something.
Yeah, they'll give you a large snowflake sometime. And then every day that you walk over to them, because, you know, they kind of take a couple of days to melt.
Yeah.
If you walk over to that perfect one every single day, he'll give you a new snowflake.
Oh, really?
He'll give you something new.
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
up until he melts. So there's the incentive to try to make the perfect
Gotcha.
snowman, because he'll give you a gift every time.
Dang, I just need to
Life
talk to my
hack.
melting snowmen more.
Yeah, but the ones that you made all improper, they won't sit there and give you anything.
It is funny though to make one with like a really big bottom and then like a tiny head, because they do kind of roast you when you don't make them perfectly. They're
to
like,
me,
oh
that's
well,
the
not
perfect
everyone can go above and beyond, or like
And to me, that's the perfect snowman: a small head and a big body. And they're
Yeah.
like, nope,
Yeah.
that's not perfect. It has to be absolutely equal.
Oh, you need equal size
Subjective.
Yeah,
balls.
in equal sizes.
Man, all
we
balls
need to
aren't equal.
email Nintendo right now.
Yeah, right. Have you ever lived in Georgia and built a snowman?
Exactly. It's just see the ones that's been made recently. They're like, we've gotten like less than an inch snow here in Georgia, but people are still making snowmen, even if they're only like 3 inches tall.
You make them on the top. You make them on the tops of your cars if you left your cars outside, because that's where the most snow accumulated.
Exactly. I also think that like the cooking aspect is fun.
I haven't tried that yet, and I'm waiting to get into it. Like I've been making my garden, and I'm think I'm gonna start that like next month, maybe. I think.
Okay, well you can make stuff with the fruit and stuff too. But yeah, it's like it just adds a different aspect. So you don't just have to eat like raw peaches. You can make peach jam or peach cobbler, or like you can cook some of the fish. And like doing so, you'll get more like food points, I guess.
Nook points, I'm assuming too. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
do it for the Nook
it's always
miles.
a challenge for Nook Miles. It's like cook up a storm, which is really cook like one thing.
Yeah, I always forget cooking is an option in the game.
I don't know. I always, whenever I get like a new recipe, I try to make it.
Okay.
Y'all don't do that? You don't?
I just haven't tried it yet. Like I'm gonna plan. I plan to. Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I think I've got potatoes, sugar cane, tomatoes, and carrots right now growing.
Yeah. What else you got?
Let's see. The new downloading feature where you get to go to a vacation home and make your own or make a home for a villager. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah,
that's
the
a cool new
DLC.
feature. Yeah, that was really cool. And it's a new kind of shop that you can buy stuff from.
Yeah.
But you could only use the currency that you earn on that island.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer, but
It's super fun. And I
It's
don't want to
really
talk
cute.
about it too much, though, because we might do a bonus episode about that one.
Yeah.
It is cool that they gave all that, like, free DLC. I guess is it DLC? But, like, you know, the updates where they gave, like, free new things, you know, and they
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
make
those
people
were
pay
free.
for it.
Yeah,
those
they're
were
just
free.
upgrading the core game.
Yeah,
Or updating
and that's
the core
always
game.
nice. The games do that and don't make you pay. 'Cause
Yeah.
other games do make you pay for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
What else do I got on my list? Finding other players' designs online and adding them. We kind of talked about that. That was one of my favorite aspects. Love
Yeah,
that.
I still haven't done that much. How do you do that? Like, you just go
So,
online, or
when you first started, this was a new feature that was added later that I was like, oh my God, I really love this. But when you first started, the way that I found other people's designs was I went on my Animal Crossing group, and from there they had, you know, little folders set up of like, here's my designs and this is the code. Like there's a little ID code that you're supposed to put in. And from
It's
there,
pretty much all in that kiosk in the store,
Yeah.
which you haven't been in the store very much.
in the
so I
clothing
don't know.
store.
oh, in the clothing
So,
store.
yeah, it's in the
I
back.
have yet to
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
into the clothing
It's like
store.
in the back of the clothing store. There's like, you know how McDonald's had those menus where you could order yourself? It's like a big screen, touch screen.
Like a
Yeah.
little
It kind of
kiosk.
looks like that,
Yeah.
but it's in the back of their
Oh, okay.
store.
That's why I
and
haven't
you
seen
log
it.
in.
Yeah.
You log into like the designers network or whatever, right?
Yeah, design ID or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So two of the new updates that they had with that, since my Switch broke to my new Switch, that I didn't notice before. Now you can actually look up criteria. You don't have to necessarily know somebody's friend code or anything in order to get the design. You just literally, like the other day, I think I put in Dobby because I was wanting to make my Dobby sign. I do that on every one of my islands. I make right on my beach, I make a little sign, you know, here lies Dobby, the house elf, and I put a little pair of socks down. And it was so late at night, I was like, man, I wonder if anybody else has done this. And I literally, in my
Sure
search
enough.
criteria, I put in Dobby sign. And sure enough, there were like 3 or 4 different like Dobby signs I could choose from. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
So one of the other things I noticed since obviously it was nighttime, like I said, there is a new option on your phone whenever you go to like change your clothes with the designs that you've gotten. You can go online on that part of it on your phone now, so you don't necessarily
nice.
have to have the store
There you go,
anymore.
Eric.
So
Okay.
you could do that now,
Yeah.
actually.
Now I could actually do it because I can't
Yeah.
make the city
You can
ordinance
search
for the
for
store.
like Mega Man and see if someone made like
Yeah.
a Mega Man shirt or
Uh-huh.
something already.
Somebody's done it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Another thing that is awesome is the gyroids.
Yay! Gloids!
Which,
Whatever you want to call
like-
them.
Yeah, it is gyroids. There's no L in that word, Shelby. I'm sorry.
I know why my
just
brain
looked
does
it
that,
up.
y'all. I don't know why my brain does that.
But
I think it's because Lloyd, the one that builds the bridges and the inclines, like
Yeah.
his name is Lloyd, and that's where my brain goes. Like,
and he kind of does look like them before you bury them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like one of the newest features they added is the little frog guy, and he drives a boat. What's it? Do you know his name?
I think it's
Captain.
Captain.
Yeah,
Captain. Yeah.
Captain.
And so he'll take you to these islands where you can get just different kinds of crops and stuff that you can't get when you go to an island from the airport.
Which is really cool.
And you get these little gyroid fragments, and you like can bring them back, bury them, and then
Water
water them, and then the next day you dig them up, and they're like some kind of cute variation of a gyroid. So
Yeah.
like, there's just all different cute
There's
colors.
a squeaky one. There's bubbly ones. Like
There's
make these,
some that like kind of wobble. There's some
Yeah.
that are kind of like they have symbols. Like they're really cute and
little
they're all
noisemakers.
different.
Yes,
Yeah.
little noisemakers.
And if you put like a stereo or a radio next to it, they'll sync up with the beat of the song.
Yep.
And I just love them. They're cute. I have like a whole garden next to my house of all the gyroids.
Same.
Yeah, they're cute, kind of pointless things, but yeah, they're cute.
You know what, Eric? What Eric
I guess if
thinks.
it's cute, it's not pointless, right?
Exactly. Another cool thing is since like everything's in real time, and like we kind of mentioned this a little bit, but like it encourages you to play at different times of the day because like certain fish or certain animals
or only appear at dawn or
they
at
only
dusk.
they are only there like certain time periods, so like either late at night or in the morning or something like that. But whatever it is, like, you know, you need to kind of play like in the morning, you need to play at night, you need to play at all different times if you want to catch like all these different things.
Okay, so I'm not gonna catch a lot of stuff just because.
Well,
of
no, I mean,
No,
you
some of the
have
stuff
the
you might not.
Yeah, but at night though, you had the awesome aspect of trying to catch a tarantula or a
Yeah.
scorpion, which is, whew, it's a toughie, y'all. I mean,
It's
if
scary.
you don't sit there and cheat and dig holes and everything, and you legit try to run away from this thing, it's kind of tough to catch.
Yeah, I've only caught one or two tarantulas. I haven't even seen a scorpion yet.
I think the scorpions come in the summertime.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why.
I caught a wasp once. I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah,
for
those are
that.
tough too. Those are tough.
Oh, I don't know. I always catch the wasps or
Oh.
run into a building nearby.
Yeah, you always run into a building nearby. You can get away from it.
I guess you're just really good at this game, aren't you, Nikki?
I
What's really
am.
funny is if you try to run into another villager's
mean-
house and they're like, "No, I'm out right now," and I'm like, "No, let me in."
Or you know how sometimes you run up to a door, but you'll have like your shovel in the hand, and it's like
Ta-ting!
it like just hits the door, and it's like, no, I'm trying to get in this thing.
There's been a couple of fun TikToks made about that.
Oh yeah, I'm on like Animal Crossing TikTok now. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty funny. So, do you guys have any more pros you want to talk about?
I have one that's a
Covered
pro
a lot.
and a con.
So segue. Do you want to segue?
Ooh.
Are you ready to segue?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Totes.
What's your pro/con, Eric?
Okay, so my pro/con is that there's no way to lose. Since the game is just, making an island how you want it, the only real major goals are like paying off your loan and saving up money for new buildings and bridges and items. This makes gameplay a lot more chill than like a normal game or a different game, but it can also, get a little bit repetitive with certain things. Like fishing is always the same and gardening is always pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But if you want more of a chill kind of game, this is like awesome. This is like pretty high up there.
Exactly.
I could spend a couple hours fishing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like this is definitely one where like you probably are like constantly playing this, but like you're playing other games at the same
Yeah.
time, like games
getting-
where you would
getting-
want to actually beat the game.
Yeah.
You're getting that beat the game fix from, or like, that competition fix from
At least
something else.
that's how I'm playing. I'm like, this is casual, couple hours a day.
Yep.
And then, I'll switch over and play another game, that we're working on, or one that I want to actually beat or whatever.
I'm trying to get bridges and inclines built right now, so I'm trying to do one of those a day, but sometimes it turns into like 2 days because obviously I'm just doing the basic bridges that are like 98,000 right now. So trying to get those, I'm like, that's my little like 1 or 2 objectives like every couple of days that I try to give myself. And if I get a pink mum, yay.
Yeah, I made like a whole pink garden.
Yeah.
I was like, that became my objective for like a few days. I was
Yeah.
like trying to grow pink flowers all over so I could make one garden all pink.
I tried to do an homage to Final Fantasy VII once, or actually my last game, where I made a whole cliff of yellow lilies.
Nice.
For Aerith, however you want to pronounce it. out
Yeah.
there.
That's
But,
cool.
Yeah, my husband really liked that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doug.
Shout out to Doug.
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 Any cons, guys?
So one thing I don't like, and it's not, I don't know, it's livable, it's whatever, but like certain things are really repetitive, like whenever you go to the museum, Blethers always has to do his spiel, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I've been here 100 times. Why won't you just let me skip this?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to assess my fossils. Like, let's just get to it, you know?
I feel that way whenever I go in the shop and they're always just wanting to talk to me. And I'm like, You
I just
say the
wanna
same
sell.
thing like a million times, please. I don't need to hear it again.
Yeah, it's like some of that stuff, and when you go to the airport, it's like
The airport,
the
I think, is
same
it's like, I
thing.
just want to go see a friend.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to click all these things? And I always click the wrong thing where it's like, oh, well, never mind then. And I'm like, no. Like,
exactly, because you're trying to
I'm like,
speed through the dialogue so
Exactly.
fast. I've done that.
And I'm like, I've got her code. That's all I need. And it's like, oh, wait, you don't want to go? I'm like, no.
But it's like there should be something built in where like, okay, if you've read this so many times, like you should be able to skip it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just a minor inconvenience, but it's just kind of stupid.
I honestly, I've been trying to think this whole time of like, what is a con for me? And I'm like, honestly, and it sounds really dumb but funny at the same time. I'm like, I don't like giving bugs to Blathers. I feel terrible.
Oh,
I feel so bad,
'Cause
especially
he
if it's like a
hates
really
them.
scary bug. I'm like, I'm sorry. So I try to give him like multiples at the same time. So I'm like, look, at least there's a butterfly, right?
Oh, Shelby. I've never felt terrible.
I gave
I'm
him
like,
a
you're a
dung-
bird. You should like insects. You should want to eat them.
The last one I gave him, I think, was a dung beetle, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's pretty fun. Okay, so yeah, I have several cons. The first, well, this is kind of a lot. So yeah, some really just really aggravating design choices that really bother me a lot because the only reason they could have possibly made that design choice is just being insanely greedy, in my opinion.
Yes. So you're talking about how you're only allowed to have one island per
Yes.
switch.
Yeah, that's not the
Yeah.
only one, but that's like the main one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I
you-
was so mad when I found that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we, like me and Nikki, like we have had, I'm not gonna say like super different experiences playing the game, but like I'm basically the player 2 on the island, so that means I don't get to progress the island events. I don't get to decide where the buildings or bridges go. I can't enact city ordinances. Like I'm basically like the cupcake account or something.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff you can't really do.
Yeah, and so that kind of makes our
You get to live on the island.
yeah, I get
that's-
I get the privilege
yeah,
of living on the
yeah,
island.
Yeah.
But
And
we
whereas
have
I created the island.
yeah, we have like pretty different like experiences playing the game where like
That's probably why you don't play it as much too, because it's not as much fun.
well,
for
it does
you.
feel like more of your island. Like
Yeah.
I'm on your island. I can do stuff, which is cool. But it's like you have it all decked out with all your stuff, and I feel like I
Yeah, that's
can't-
true.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Can't really
bet,
do that.
like, if you had your own island, it would look totally different from mine. Cause,
Or even like split it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's his side. That's your side.
And the thing that
well, I
bothers
told him you can log into my account and do stuff
Yeah.
yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, what a bummer, though,
remodel
to-
the
yeah.
island or anything.
Well, the thing that bothers me the most about it is there's no technical reason to do that. Like, there's no need to have it done that way.
yeah, exactly.
Like the code to like have like more than one island isn't like super hard to do.
No.
Yeah. And it restricts you, even if it's just you playing it, but you want to try different things. Like,
Yeah.
you want to try to do like a gothic island or something themed. You don't have the option to go in and play around like that because you have your one and only island, and that's all you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It is
I can
annoying.
definitely agree with that.
And like, what like when I was growing up, we were lucky to have one console.
yeah,
like,
what family
Yeah.
has
there's
like 3
no
different
way
switches?
that my mom could have afforded 3 switches for each of us to
Yeah.
play this, and then it would have became a big fight, and probably nobody would end up playing it because
Yeah.
that's just how it would go. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see this game creating all sorts of conflicts between siblings.
for real.
Which makes the commercials just so not believable sometimes if you think about it.
So my other gripe about the design choice is okay, so like when we first got this game, like one of the first things Nikki did was she wanted to visit a friend's island. Visiting other people's islands requires an online account, which it's kind of dumb, but it's understandable, I guess. So luckily we already had an online account. But when Nikki started playing and created the island, she was using a profile that the online account wasn't linked to. And that means like she had control of the island, but she didn't have the online functionality that she wanted.
Yeah,
So there was no way to switch it over so that she had that online functionality. So it didn't So what really sucked is the fact, like, she hadn't gotten too far into the game at this point, but if she had, she basically would have had to start over.
Restart.
Yeah.
Kind of like
I mean,
me.
I did
Yeah,
have to
kinda like me.
restart.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was only like a few weeks in, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. I had to delete my whole island and then restart the game under a different profile
Yeah, that had the online functionality.
that had the online function. That's why
Yeah.
I play under Eric's profile on
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Which to me is just mind-numbingly stupid, but it's because they want to sell you the online family plan account.
Yeah.
So you can have all your profiles online.
And I think that's what Doug
yeah,
and I
I
had.
kind of
was
had
just
forgotten
like,
about that.
I literally was just like, I want Doug to have a profile and me to have a profile. What do I need to pay for? Which one do I hit? That one? Got it. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, one of those arbitrary things that like technically this shouldn't be a big deal, but you made it a big deal for no
Yeah.
other reason
It's
than
a-
the fact that you want money.
Yeah.
I had almost forgotten about that, Eric, or I would have
Yeah.
put that as a con. Because I had called like the freaking Animal Crossing helpline because
Yeah.
I was like, how can I like only wanted to switch the account that I logged in with
Yeah.
to the other account, and it was like, nope, you can't do it.
Yeah.
I was like,
That almost sounds like
Are
mine
you
whenever it's like I
sure?
tried to turn mine back on because I was like, well, let me get a new Switch. Well, I still have my Nintendo account that I pay for. It's just I haven't had a Switch to play on for a while. So now I'm like, here's my account. Cool. I should be able to re-download
yeah,
my
you
Animal
would think
Crossing,
it would
right?
be saved in there.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So
Yeah, that sucks.
okay,
Damn
I'll
you,
add that to my
Nintendo.
con list. Now I have 2 cons.
That makes sense. Okay, I have one final con.
Okay.
Villagers coming over is kind of annoying.
Like when you're in your house and you're trying to redecorate and they're
Yeah.
like knock 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 and it's like and I have to pause what I'm doing.
Well, you have to
walk
sit
all the
there.
way to the front too.
You
Yeah.
have to sit there, wait for them to come in, and then you can't do
Yeah, and
certain
then
things.
they just sit down and read a magazine or something.
Yeah.
It's like, why'd you come over? You could be doing this at your house.
At least dust or something. God.
Yeah, come on.
By
But
the way, what is the duster for? Have you seen that in the shop?
yeah, I don't think it just makes a noise.
I bought it and I'm like, that wasn't a thing that was on the old, like my old version before the new
Yeah.
downloadable content came out. And I was like, what is that? What do I
think
need
it
that
just
for?
makes a noise. I don't know. I have a vacuum.
Like if I'm
and it
gone for a
doesn't do
week, does my
anything.
stuff get dusty? You know? And I'm like, but who wants to not play Animal Crossing for a
Yeah.
week? I don't want to meet that person.
But also, Eric, you have to think. You do go visit their house a lot.
Well, that's different. I go to their house and I do shit.
What,
I
like
don't
take-
I don't just walk into their house, sit in their chair, and read a magazine, or have my character.
what
read
do
a
you do?
magazine.
Walk in
You
and
open
like
their drawers
Yeah,
and
I
everything.
walk in, give me free shit, and then I leave.
yeah, because they'll give you a recipe or something.
Yeah, if they're
sometimes.
working on something, yeah.
Or you do the exchange of goods, like
Oh yeah,
I'll give you a piece of fruit, you give me an article of clothing.
I like to give gifts to all. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
like
do
a
that.
gift
I
giver.
like
I'm
I
always-
trade. Like if I get something bad from one villager, I'll totally go to the next villager and give
Oh,
that
yeah.
one to that
Yeah.
to that one.
I did
Oh,
that
it's great.
today.
It's totally great.
Someone gave me a reindeer sweater, and I was like, I don't need that. That's
Yeah.
reindeer. That's like Christmas time. So I went and gave it to someone else. And I'll do that with like if I have a duplicate of a furniture or something like
Yeah.
that. I just go give it as a gift instead of selling it back to
Yeah.
the store.
Any more cons?
Nah. I like this game. I have very few cons.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm like, I literally could not think of one minus
It's
like
a time
I feel
suck.
bad giving Blathers a bug.
If you have like an addictive personality, this may not be a good game
Yeah.
because you might play too much.
Don't play this game if you have an addictive personality.
if you played The Sims at least 6 hours or more in one sitting, this may or may not be the game for you.
Depending on what your life goals are.
Yeah.
What about strategy?
All right. Yeah,
How do you
I got
win?
some strategy.
How do you get KK at your island, Shelby?
All right. I've got 6 steps.
Oh.
Or actually, I
Shelby's-
actually make that 5 steps. I'm my bad. I numbered that totally wrong.
So Shelby's 5 tips for playing Animal Crossing.
Because I got KK in a week.
Yeah, that's nuts.
The week I re-downloaded it. So you got to build Nook's Cranny first. You got to get that built. Then build a bridge. Don't have
Just
to build
any
an
bridge.
incline. Just build a bridge.
Okay.
So you can get that in about a day if you were, if you sit there, sell enough fish or sell your fruit, whatever.
And you don't work on paying your house off.
And don't work on paying your house out. Don't worry about that. You'll worry about that later.
Debt Schmidt.
You're then, whenever, about like day 2 or 3, that's whenever Nook will ask you to help furnish like 3 homes, to get more villagers to appear. So get that done really quick. By that time, you've probably sat there and chopped a couple of trees, hit a couple of rocks. So it makes the the building of those items super quick.
Yeah.
And since I had already played the game, obviously, and I had to restart a new one, I already knew that was in my mind. I'm like, I know I have to build 3 or 4 things for each house. So go ahead and start chopping down those trees.
Each house needs specific items.
Yeah. So then after you do that, upgrade your resident services to a building. So soon after you do the 3 houses, it'll ask you to do that. And then you'll see your resident services will kind of like shut down for like a whole day. You do not lose your Nook miles. Like if you sit there and have a streak going, you won't lose it. And
yeah, because that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, it totally wouldn't be fair. Exactly. And then you build the campground. And after that, about the next day, Isabel, she'll do her, little thing where she's like, hey guys, what's up? And then she'll start to talk to somebody on the phone. And all of a sudden, she'll get off the phone and she'll be like, that was somebody named KK? And then you see Tom Nook go like, wait, oh my God. Like, do the little blathers like, wait, what?
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then that's whenever you will get him to come to your island. Then he should come the next day, even though it won't be a Saturday. And then you'll be able to get him.
And then that's when you see the credits. Because when he performs a song, you see like the gaming credits.
Yeah, this season. Oh, you can clap during that time too. So when you clap, the other villagers that are with you will clap too. To the beat. It's really cute.
Okay, so this is how to speed run the game.
yeah. This is how you speed run.
If you just want to get through that basic mission.
Yeah, because no matter whatever you build is going to take 24 hours for it to reappear.
So you always want to be building something
you always
that
want
takes
to be building.
24
Yeah,
hours.
I go back and forth with my inclines and bridges right now. I'm constantly I think right now I just finished a bridge. I think I just paid that off. So tomorrow my bridge will be built, and then I'll go to Tom Nook and be like, I would like another incline, please. And then start working on my bamboo cliff.
I think what took me longer is because I was like, I would split up like paying my house off and paying for other things. So it didn't take me a short amount of time to get my bridges paid for and stuff.
You gotta start selling them turnips.
I wanted that in an attic in a basement.
Yeah, what's the deal with the turnips? I have not bothered to figure that out yet.
Yes.
It's the stock market of Animal Crossing.
Literally, it's stock market. So on Sundays, you've got until noon. So in my mornings on Sundays,
no way I'm going to get up that early.
Yeah, that's literally, you can ask my husband. That's the first thing I do now on Sunday mornings is I gotta go. You'll hear me wake up and go, I gotta get my turnips. And I'll run around, and hopefully I've been saving enough money throughout the week, or I won't touch my fruit trees. This is where I love having the garden aspect where you can pick your potatoes and stuff. You can get some serious coin from your vegetables, man. So I started to do that and I try to get at least $100,000, like $75,000 to $100,000 worth of turnips. Now the next day, or that day on Sunday, you won't be able to sell them. But
so you just keep them in your pocket.
Keep them in your pocket, which does take up room, which is so not fun if you buy a what ton of them, which is always my thing that I do, and I hate myself for it. It's fine. So normally about the next 2 or 3 days, you sit there, you go to Tommy and Timmy, and you ask them, hey, what are you selling the turnips for? Chances are, if you bought them for say, I think the last time I did it, I bought them at 100 bells a turnip, or every bushel or whatever. So any number higher than that they're selling them for, that's when you want to sell. So normally chances are on Monday, they're selling the turnips at 43 a point.
Yeah, so you might have to wait a few days.
So you may have to wait 2 days. So this is where the aspect of friends come in. You sit there and I can start texting you in the mornings and be like, how much are you selling your turnips for?
Yeah.
And if it's above what I bought them at,
you can come to my island and sell your turnips.
Yeah.
I've seen that on Twitter. People will tweet like, oh, my turnips are like $130 today or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'll open their island up for people. And like, I've tried to go to like random people on Twitter's island, but because they put it on Twitter, it's like too many people are coming at once.
Yeah, you can't.
I guess that's a con too, is like if a lot of people are coming to the island while you're on it, you kind of have to freeze every time someone's flying in.
I can only
and
imagine.
it's like you can't get anything done. So it didn't even work because I couldn't even like so many people were coming, like I couldn't even move.
I can only
basically.
imagine
It was
being the
stupid.
island owner and having to constantly have to see the ding ding, like, and constantly people like
Yeah.
flying over and seeing the little departure folder picture thing. But yeah, I sold, I think I bought some ones for like 75,000 bells. I think I had at least 75,000. I sat there and got my calculator out and I sold them. They said that they were selling them for 136.
Nice.
And I had to wait like 4 days. It took forever. And I got about 300 grand back.
Nice.
So paid off my house loan.
Yeah.
Got a new loan right after that.
I don't know, I'm like more modest with it. I might buy like 1 bushel of turnips and then I wait. Cause like there was one time I bought them and it was just so long before I could sell it
that's
back.
the thing.
Like
They'll
it took
go
a
bad.
really long time.
Oh, they'll go
They
bad.
will go bad. I think they last about a week, maybe 5. I don't keep them for longer than like 4 or 5 days. I just kind of give it up after like the 5th day because I almost feel like that they rot after that for some reason.
Huh.
But I don't want to see them rot.
But that is how you can get a fly if you put one on the
Yeah.
ground and
Yep.
you need to catch a fly.
Okay.
Like
Yep.
that's a good way.
Rotting turnip gets you a fly.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can grow turnips either. Like
Yeah.
you can't put them in the ground and grow them like you can with potatoes and all
No,
that.
you can't. I don't
That's
think
why
you
they're
can.
so valuable, I guess.
Yes, very valuable.
Yeah, this game is all about the work.
I like to wait for
You
Saturday
gotta get
night.
those bills.
I love waiting for Saturday night, waiting for KK. He's probably like the absolute, probably my personal like favorite like village. I don't want to call him a villager, just one of the animals that come by once a week. You know, like you got your leaf and
Visitors,
you got your
yeah.
little dude that catches the bugs and the dude that catches. You got
Flick.
Red, yeah,
Flick and CJ.
yeah, Flick and CJ. And then you got Red with
And
the.
I think they're a couple. Do you think they're a couple? Because they call each other my partner.
You're right.
like-
You're right. I never thought
And they
of
would
it.
be so cute.
I'm down for it.
A little,
I'm down for it.
A little punk and a little like social media guy.
That's
I don't know.
kinda cute.
They're cute.
I never thought of that. That's
But he doesn't
cute.
say business partner. He says my partner.
partner.
Like, so in my mind, they're like boyfriends.
I'm down with that. I'm totally down to spread that rumor.
Are they boyfriends? You heard it here. They
here
are
first.
definitely boyfriends.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I have one one strategy
That's
thing.
it?
Oh, I have two.
Okay.
Well, one of them was just to ask the question about the turnips because like I said, I never bothered figuring that out. I figured one of you would probably know.
Totes.
So my thing is save literally everything you can because you never know when you might need something.
Yeah, that's true. If you look at Eric's storage, like, what is it? Like, how many slots do you have?
Yeah, all of them like 200, I think. 400.
You only have 400 and they're like all full.
Yeah.
I have like 1,600 slots and I don't even have 500 things in there.
If you ever needed a quick way to make some bells too, and also lower your storage, because I'm sure you probably have a lot of softwood, hardwood, regular wood, all the rocks, all the iron, and all that. Go to Timmy and Tommy again. Ask them what the hot item is or what that hot little thing to sell is. Chances are it's going to be like the wooden table.
Yeah.
But they're going to double the price that they would normally buy them off of you. So
Yeah.
that does kind of help kind of knock down, and then you get some double bells. And-
Yeah. just
If you
go
look at
build a
the
bunch of
sign,
tables.
the store sign, it has the hot items listed there
Yep.
too. If you don't want to go talk
Yep,
to them.
exactly. Yeah, I always forget about that part because I always end up just walking in anyway.
Yeah.
That's funny. Another thing is buy the item organizer first using the Nook Miles because you can hold more stuff, and that's super important
Oh,
because
yeah.
when you go to tear these other islands to shreds, like a good conservationist, you need places to store stuff. So
Yeah.
What does that dodo say? Time to chop some trees and something else. I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember
Chop some
either.
trees and kill some bees or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But yeah, actually just looking at like all the stuff that you can get with the Nook Miles, there's a lot of things that you can buy in there that are really helpful.
yeah.
Medicine, Yeah. Because nobody wants to walk around with one eye welt from the wasps.
Medicine. Or like just like you can buy like the creator tool so that
Yes.
you can do more custom designs. You can get more hairstyles, more eye colors if you
Yep.
want that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's all kinds of helpful stuff in there you can buy.
Oh my god, all the Mario stuff from the Nook little kiosk too. Like I think I've got all the Mario stuff now minus the clothing. But
Nice.
That's really cool.
Dude, some of the stuff is crazy expensive. When they had like the Princess Peach outfit or something, it was like $1 million bells or something. I don't know. Sometimes they have outfits on there and stuff on there.
It's like limited edition. Like I think for like Chinese New Year, like they've had a couple of new things, like the year of whatever, animal it is, like for the Chinese New Year, like they'll have a little special like little statue you can buy.
Yeah.
I think right now they've got football stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
For the
the Super Bowl
or whatever.
Yeah, game day.
I forgot what they
can't
call
say
it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sorry, ABC.
Another tip is to talk to all your islanders, because like if you build up relationships with them, they'll help you take care of your island more. Like they'll water the plants.
Yep.
And, then they'll also randomly give you gifts and I don't know,
cool.
stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The happier villagers are, I feel like, the better.
Yeah. And you get Nick points for that too, for like every like where it's like you established a better relationship. It's like, yes, got those 500 Nick points. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like one of the objectives, like talk to 3 neighbors, and then like you get Nook points after
Those
you
are
do
normally
that.
the objectives I'll try to fulfill myself for the day, because they're always at times 2. You'll get double the miles for completing it. I like the ones that are like times 5. I'm like, yay, that's so easy. And I get times 5. What?
Yeah, that's actually a really easy way to get Nook miles. And then you can also sell your Nook miles to transfer them to bells. And then eventually, I think now, since I like have my whole house paid off and everything, I just now got the ability to like, what's it called? Like exchange bells and Nook miles, I think.
Yeah.
So like I can
Currency, kind of like currency exchange. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can kind of do like a currency exchange.
Neat.
The rich get richer.
That's right. I live Nook mile to Nook mile right now because I still had to restart my games.
Yeah.
I make my boss
know
laugh every
that
time I
life.
say that. I'm like, yeah, paycheck to paycheck, Nook mile to Nook mile.
I'm like finally at the stage where I'm just like buying ridiculously expensive stuff because I don't have anything
Yeah.
I'm paying off.
Yeah, you got to get that island rating up, man. I think mine's at
Exactly.
3 stars right now, and I'm like,
Oh no, I have 5 stars. I'm
nice,
good.
good job. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
That's hard to get to, man.
And how do you get the high rating for your island?
Literally decorate your island with everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the flowers, all the items. I'm not obviously every single
Yeah,
item.
but
not-
you know how I have like Godzilla, I have a lighthouse, I have that whole like
yeah.
carnival area, just like having more stuff in general, I think. And like having all 10 of your villager spots filled.
yeah.
That's like the most you can have.
No,
that
Isabel
kinda
will let you
stuff.
know. You run up to Isabel, you tell her like, "Hey, check Island evals," and that's how you see your rating. And then from there, she'll sit there and read something from somebody that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That's a lot of Animal Crossing. But then she'll tell you like, "Hey, maybe you just need to add more fencing, or like right now she's like, just decorate it head to toe and stuff.
Yeah.
Like just go to the Nook shop and buy all the things." And I'm like, "Okay, I got you." So.
Yeah, they don't care what it is or where you put it.
Exactly.
It's just like, how many things do you have?
That's another little bit of strategy. If you just want to sit there and just get to 5 stars, just buy all the things and just throw it on your island.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason,
If you
no
don't care.
organization, just throw it on there.
This is the item corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is where all the items.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always good to talk to Tom and Isabella because like they do different things.
Yeah.
If you want to switch out your villager or anything, you talk to Isabella. Or you want to see how your island's doing.
Yeah.
But then if you want to build something or do something like infrastructure, you go talk to Tom.
Yeah.
Or you want to do something in your house.
Yeah.
you talk
And I
to
do love
Tom.
he's always got the question where he's like, "What should I do?" And he's like, after KK, he's kind of like, "I don't know, man.
You'll
You've done
figure it out."
everything. Yeah, you figure it out."
It's like, thanks. That was so helpful.
Just gonna use some direction here, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Any other pieces of advice?
Oh yeah, one more is to go to Harves Island. At first, I thought it was only like a place you go to take pictures, but it's not. Like he has like a whole market area that
Yeah,
he's
that's
trying to build up, and like it costs a lot of money, but once you do it, Leaf will be there all the time unless he's visiting your island. Red will be there. Kix will be there. Like you have all these little vendors that you can that would normally only be at your island once a week, maybe. You can go to them pretty much any day. And
That's
get,
probably
like,
going to
what
be
you want.
That's probably going to be the next thing I check out, because that was not a thing before this new
Yeah,
download,
it's really
or
helpful
this
for
new
getting
content.
like the art, because you know we were talking like the art section of our museum is kind of like lacking. That's a good way to try to build it up.
I've got the Mona Lisa, and that's it, y'all.
Yeah, except red is shady, and like half the art, like I will check online.
I was gonna
and
say
will-
that's my tip, man.
Yeah.
Just go to Google, y'all. Just get that picture, and it's normally pretty obvious. You know, like the girl with the pearl earring. Like obviously she doesn't have a pearl in her
Yeah.
ear. You know, or like the fruit basket. It's got something weird in it. Or,
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, I think she smiled, and you know Mona Lisa doesn't smile, so that was a nice little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the
Yeah,
fake
there's
Mona
usually
Lisa.
one little thing. If you look at the original and you look at the one that they have, you can usually try to, it's like
Yeah.
a spot the difference kind of thing.
I think I literally Google like I literally look up artwork, red Animal Crossing, and then it'll sit there, do a side by side, like this is the real and this is the fake.
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
started
really-
to do that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, other people have already done this work for me. I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and, I don't want to call it even cheating. It's just like you're just using another
Yeah.
thing to look it up. But
Yeah. And sometimes you might just want the artwork anyway, just like having your house, and you don't care if it's fake or not.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to build your museum up, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have. It was kind of a lot, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
There's just so many things you can do in Animal Crossing. It's like,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we probably missed a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we didn't cover everything in this game. This
yeah.
game is ridiculous.
so
Yeah.
like, if you're listening, you know, make sure you let us know what we missed.
Yeah.
Right in the comments on Instagram.
And never forget, the first one always goes to Blathers.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh yeah.
What about the future of Animal Crossing? What's going to happen?
They said that they're never making another Animal Crossing ever again. Psych. But actually, I can't really find that many like things for the future. They haven't announced like a new game. There's not an Animal Crossing show coming out or anything.
Yeah.
The movie
I
Animal
think-
Crossing.
What the latest thing was like, they had their last free update, I think,
Yeah.
in November
Yeah.
last year.
And that's where
Yeah.
we'll probably plateau for probably a couple of years.
really.
Because I think
Aw,
the
so
space in
sad.
between the games are at least 5 to 10 years between
Well,
each game.
It seems like it takes a long time to make these. I
Yeah.
mean, they're
Yeah.
very in depth, so I can see why.
Yeah, I had the GameCube one in 2001. Wild World for the DS came out in 2005. Pocket Camp, which was iOS, I think I had missed the 2 in between there on the 3DS. That came out in 2017, and then we had the one in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like 3 to 5, years or
It'll
so
be
between
so
each
it'll be a
one.
little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'd rather wait. If it's for something good, it's worth it. And
Yeah. I mean, I think the online capability of it really broadened the horizon. I really did not try to.
yeah.
I really tried not to make that punny.
but it really does. Yeah, that's like a
it
lot
really
of
broadens.
possibilities
Yeah.
that are available now they didn't
Yeah.
used to have. So
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
super cool.
So let's move on to the challenge then.
Ooh,
Where we played hide and seek.
the challenge
so
where we
fun.
played hide and seek.
Yeah.
It was actually really fun.
You guys ended up doing way better than I did. Let me just say that. And I'm the one that's played it more.
Yeah,
That was fun.
I don't know. I like to hide behind buildings.
Trees. Trees was actually a lot better to hide than than anything else.
Yeah, there's just so many
or
trees
if you
to
find
check.
like that little ledge that's in the back of the island, where
Yeah,
Eric hit
that
that
was
one
my
time.
strategy.
That was a good spot.
That was fun to watch each other, since there were 3 of us, there was only 2 people playing at a time, and then having to watch those 2 like run and hide and be like, okay, where'd you hide? Okay, where's she at? Let me look at her screen.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And then we had a tiebreaker because
Yeah.
we ended up tying.
We ended up tying between me and Eric.
Yeah, and it was the first to hit the other person with their net.
Yeah,
Which was
it's
really
kind of
fun.
like a tag sort of situation. And I definitely totally hit Eric with the net.
Bullshit.
First.
Bullshit.
And I totally actually, let's see, I was recording. So I was just sitting there just trying to get a funny video of them running around hitting each other with nets. This was funny.
Nikki took a swipe at me and missed by a mile.
She was hiding behind a house and just totally swiped and missed. And she's like, I got you. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think you did. But wait a minute. I was just
wait.
recording this.
So we did instant replay.
Yep.
Which did not work out in my favor.
Sorry, Nikki.
But, if it wasn't for you and your silly phone, I would have gotten away with it.
I could never find y'all. Y'all ended up finding me, but yeah, I never found y'all. Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun game to play. If you want to play with your friends, do hide and seek or
just tag in general, just running around hitting each other with nets. Like, that was fun. The thing, as long as you have the timer too, the timer aspect was fun. Like, we ran around for 3 minutes. And then I saw too on the counter or on the timer, you could sit there and catch bugs and fish and stuff. So
and it'll like count it for you.
You can make a whole little game with that with your friends in and of itself too.
They did the CJ came to the island the other day and they had a fishing tournament. Did you play?
Yeah.
And he did that kind of thing. I think you got like 3 or 5 minutes, and
you
it was
have to catch like 3 small ones in a row. You can't skip it. You can't you can't not reel it in. Like.
But then it turned into like just seeing how many you could catch in that time, and I probably did that thing like 20 times trying to like beat my record. I don't know. It was super fun.
That's cool.
So I guess Eric's the winner.
The winner. But
whatever. Let's move on.
He's always
I'll be nice and rap with you guys anyway.
And since it's our season finale, I think I'll rap too. What about you, Shelby?
What about a rap?
What about a rap? Lady Shelbum's in the house.
On the
mic. All right. Well, let's play it, I guess. Hey, my name is Batman Cat, and Big D Island is where it's at. Hang with Hugh and get really fat, or sing with Gail so you don't sound flat. Big D is all you need. Follow me and I'll take the lead. We'll go on a tour of everything. I'll even show you where I breed. KK visits every week, playing his songs down by the creek. He's so famous my villagers freak. Zell even sprung a leak. I do have one warning though. Watch out for that barf man, bro. He's got to go peeing in the snow. Bullying Flo, man, what a hoe.
Barf's my name and loves my game. Got a scarf to frame and hearts to tame. Unacclaimed by my larts, unashamed by my farts. Exclaiming and defaming with my post-game sharts. My tail set sail to the island of the D. And thrilled by the ladies and all I could see. Inhaled the dispel of the referee. Derailed a penis jail by the BMC. It must be decreed that the ladies ignore me. How else could they see? And my killer pork was free. I'm stuck on the D and I can't break free. Grew an evil goatee and wearing nothing but capris. Batman Cat must be shutting me down. She's the brat living on the good side of town, and a flat decked out with jewels and crowns, and a frown so renowned that'll drain your face down.
My name is Lady Shelby and I'm here to say I've been playing Animal Crossing since GameCube days. I can show you to make a quick bell, so fast that you don't have to yell. Shake a tree or two and get some to sell, and maybe go and collect you some shells. I got my walls all matching in pastels. Come to my island and maybe I'll help you excel.
Any day now we'll be getting that record deal. Any day now.
Any day.
I'm pretty sure the executives are listening right now.
Yeah.
We're only free on weekends.
We're not
Exactly.
cheap. It's at least millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars for these fire lyrics.
And we only take Bitcoin.
We only take nonsense currencies.
We only take Nook Miles, y'all. Let's keep the theme.
Nook coin.
All right, are you ready to hear about the new game?
Yes. So we have like a little bit longer of a break this time. So does that mean you picked a super hard game that's going to take a long, long time to beat?
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
Okay, let's hear it.
For the next episode, we are playing Cave Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew this would come up at some point.
Yeah,
this is Eric's favorite game.
Yeah, one of my favorite games. And your challenge for that game is to beat the game.
Okay. All right. So, what console is this one on?
We could play it on. You could play it on a bunch of different stuff.
Is it on Switch? Is it on?
Yeah, you could play it for Switch. You could play it on PC. You could play it on 3DS. Just however you want to play it.
All right.
I'll probably
So
get
just
the.
beat
I'll
the
probably
game.
yeah. I'll probably get the Switch version for you.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, piece of cake.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys in about a month
Yeah.
All
or
right.
so.
Thanks for having me, y'all. That was so fun.
Thanks for being on, Shelby.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. And as always, if you like what you heard, please go leave us a review on Apple Podcast. That would be super helpful. Follow us on Instagram at @pressAnyButton_podcast. And we would like to know what your opinions are. Have you played this game? What'd you think of it? Let us know. See you next time. Bye.